Hello my dear students, how are you doing? Well, today we are going to correct the last homework. Alright, so let's start. So take please students book at page 78. The first exercise that I have given you is about the correction of some statements. So I have given you this sentence. Cassie is from New York. So after reading the text, the answer is no, Cassie is from Miami. Number 2, her favorite sport is tennis. The correct statement is no, her favorite sport is soccer. Or you can say football. Both of them are correct. They have the same meaning. Number 3, Shane is from the USA. No, Shane is from Liverpool in the UK. Number 4, basketball practice is on Monday and Wednesday. No, basketball practice is on Tuesday and Thursday. All right? So try please to correct your mistakes with the green pen if you have any. Now let's move on to the second exercise. Write what Cassie does at each time. Page 79. But before to answer this exercise, first of all, let's have a brief revision about the present simple tense. So we have already studied the present simple tense, but what I have noticed that some of my students still have some problems or some ambiguities, some difficulties in this lesson. So they cannot make the statement or the sentence into the negative or into the question. They cannot make questions in the present simple tense also. That's why I have to revise with you this lesson again, and please try to pay attention to the rules, to the forms, okay? Let's start with the positive or the affirmative form. The affirmative form, we have subject or subject pronoun. You know the meaning of subject. Subject, it means I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, or John, Ben, Sarah, and Mark, okay? Plus verb. The verb should be in the infinitive, okay? And with the I, you, we, and they. But concerning the third person singular, he, she, it, there are some rules here, and I'm going to give you them. Then plus the complement. For example, I go to school every day. Here we put the verb in the infinitive because we have I. And we have already said that if we have I, you, we, they, the verb stay as it is. Okay? Now let's move on to the negative. Negative subject plus the auxiliary plus not. Auxiliary means what? The auxiliary means don't or doesn't. Don't we use it with I, you, we, they, and doesn't we use it with he, she, it. Then plus the verb in the infinitive plus the complement. For example, I do not have a car, or she doesn't clean my car. So you see the first sentence, I don't have a car. Here we have subject plus the auxiliary not, don't, okay? Plus the verb in the infinitive have. In the second sentence, she doesn't clean. She, the subject, doesn't is the auxiliary, plus clean is the verb in the infinitive. Questions, of course, how can you make questions? You can have WH questions plus the auxiliary do or does. Do we use it with I, you, we, they, or does we use it with he, she, it, okay? Plus the subject, plus the verb, plus the complement. For example, do you work or do you study? Here we don't have WH questions. We start directly with the auxiliary do because you have you, okay? Do you work? Do you study? Yes, I do. or no, I don't. Second sentence or second example, you have what time does she get up? What time does she get up? Here we have the WH question plus the auxiliary does plus the subject pronoun she. Here, do you know why do we use the auxiliary does and not do? Because we have she, okay? Because we have she, subject inversion, plus the verb get up, okay? She gets up at 6 o'clock. Sentence number 3, where do you live? I live in Costa Rica. Alright, now let's see the rules of the positive form. So to form the present simple, we add s to the infinitive of the verb in the third person singular, he, she, it. For example, I live. He, she, it. We cannot say live, we say lives. So we add the s to the verb. Okay? Here we are talking about a positive form, affirmative form. We have another rule that when the verb ends in o, double s, sh, ch, or x, or s, we add es to the verb. For example, I go, he goes. Okay? So do you see here, if the verb finishes or ending, if the verb ends in o, so we add es in he, she, it. The third person singular. Is it okay? Try please to pay attention to this. Also in I kiss, the verb I kiss. So kiss, the verb finishes in double s. So we say she kisses or he kisses. Okay? We add es to the verb. I wash. For example, I wash my face. So he washes. We add es to the verb. She washes. It washes. Okay? I watch TV, for example. I watch television. He watches. She watches. It watches. So we add es to the verb. Okay? Here we are talking only about the third person singular. He, she, it. But concerning I, you, we, they, the verb stay as it is. Okay? We don't add anything. And B, a consonant followed by y, so the y changes into ie and we add s. For example, I study. Study finishes in y followed by a consonant d. So if it is the case, we drop the y and we write ies in he, she, and it. Okay? For example, he studies. She studies. Also, let's take another verb, for example. I try. Try. She tries. Okay? Carry. Carries. And so on and so forth. C. A vowel followed by y, we just add s. Example, I play. He, she plays. Here, even though that the verb finishes in y, we add only s because here the verb finishes in y followed by a vowel, not a consonant. So if it is the case, we add only s in he, she, and it. For example, I play, he plays. I stay, she stays. Alright? And then the third rule, to form the negative and the interrogative, which means question 4, we need the auxiliary verb to do in the present simple. This means we have to add es in the third person singular, he, she, it, while the main verb will be used in the infinitive. Okay? So please don't forget the auxiliary do in the negative plus not. Okay, do not or does not, and in the interrogative form, do plus the subject plus the verb, or does plus the subject, he, she, it plus the verb. Okay, let's take some examples. Do you like? Does she like? You see here, we cannot say do he like because we have the third person singular, he. So with he, she, it, we use does if we want to make questions. and we use the auxiliary do if you have I, you, we, they. Alright? And in the negative also we use don't with I, you, we, they, and we use doesn't with he, she, it. Alright. Now let's create the exercise number 2. Write what Cassie does at each time. After school. So after school, she plays soccer with her brother in the yard. The yard, it means in the garden. Here we say she plays. Look at the verb, she plays. We cannot say she play. Alright? We cannot say she play because we have the third person singular, she. And here we cannot drop the Y and add IES. No, because there is a vowel before the Y. Alright? So there is a vowel before the Y. Then if it is the case, we add only S. Number 2. On Saturday morning, she goes to a club. She goes to a club. Here we say she goes. We cannot say she go because we have she. And here in the verb we add es. Do you know why? Alright, yes, good. Because we have here at the end of the verb we have o. So the verb finishes in o. If it is the case, we should write es. Number 3, at 10 o'clock, she starts soccer practice. So here we don't have any rule that says the verbs that finish in T or something like this. So all the verbs, they take S in he or she or it. There are some exceptions and we have already discussed this before. Okay? So she starts, we add only S. At 12:30, she finishes soccer practice. Also here we say she finishes because the verb finishes in SH. And we have already said that if the verb finishes in CH or SH or double S or X or O, we add ES to the verb in he, she, it. Here we have she, so he or she finishes. Alright? Number 5, on Saturday afternoon, she watches sport on television. Also here the verb finishes in CH, so we add ES to the verb. Make questions, then ask and answer about Shane. Here we should focus on the questions. What did we say before about the interrogative form? What did we say? How can you make questions? We have said that we should start with the auxiliary do or does. So do, we use it with I, you, we, they, okay? So the auxiliary do plus subject plus the verb in the infinitive plus the rest of the sentence plus question mark. Does, we use it with he, she, it. So we write does plus the subject he or she or it plus the verb in the infinitive plus the rest of the sentence plus question mark. Yes or no? But if you have in the question the WH words like what, when, where, who, which, what do you do here? Of course, you should start with them. For example, we say what? What does he do? So we start with what, WH question, plus the auxiliary does, plus the subject he, plus the verb in the infinitive do. What does he do? Alright, so let's see here the sentence. What time start his practice? We have here, first of all, WH question, what time? Yes, good. So we have to start with it. Then, what comes after this? It comes what we call the auxiliary do or does. Here we are talking about Shane, which means he. So we write what time does he? And plus what? Plus the verb in the infinitive, start. Yes or no? Plus the rest of the sentence or complement plus a question mark like this. What time does he start his practice? The answer, of course, is in the text. So the answer is he starts his practice at 2 o'clock. Is it clear? So please try to correct your mistakes here. Try take the green pen and correct them. Number 2 or number 3. Sentence number 3, what time? Finish. What do you do here? Of course, you have WH word, what time, plus the auxiliary. We should write the auxiliary because here it is a question. Don't forget, please, the auxiliary. We cannot say what time he finishes. No. You should write the auxiliary does because you have here she, he. So what time does he finish? We cannot say does he finishes because the verb should be in the infinitive, okay? Don't touch the verb. Keep it as it is, and please don't forget the auxiliary does. B, he finishes at 3:30. Number 4, what do on Saturday? So can you make this question? Can you make it? So we write what do here. It is not the auxiliary. It is the verb. It is the verb. Okay. So we should write the auxiliary. So what does he do on Saturday? What does he do on Saturday? We cannot say what he does on Saturday. No, this is wrong. Okay? What does he do on Saturday? So the answer is he plays in a school match. So that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed your time and also you have much fun, and I wish you the best. By the way, I will give you some extra exercises about the present simple tense, even though we have done it. But what I have noticed is that my students still have some ambiguities, some difficulties, some problems with this tense. Right? So I will give you some exercises about it. And stay at home, stay safe, have a good day. Goodbye.